Hey, what's up, guys? Xenon Great here. Today, we're going to be talking about Guild Boss, specifically Nightmare 4, Nightmare 3-ish. This is my guild, Kush. We're currently number 9 in the game. Shout out to everyone in the guild. I love you guys. But anyways, let's get started. Guild Boss. So, what do our teams look like? There are a variety of teams you can do. There's blood teams. There are burning teams. I actually think that's really it. But the main idea is you want to have a healer, specifically Elowen. I mean, you could use Hollow, someone that regens the rage on all of your heroes. Dolores, an absolute must if you want to get high damage, and Deimos and Wrath in terms of epics, both fantastic. The pay to win kind of stuff, Twin Fiend, Torodor as your leads. Twin Fiend will be used, and along with Zlitu, Cetram, Hex, and Arrogance, they're all top damage dealers. Furthermore, Salazar would be your bleed team, so I'd put Salazar in here and put artifacts like the Scarlet Hunt, on all of my fighters. So Zlitu, Arrogance, Deimos, so on and so forth. I know that people use Piercer Guild or Piercer Faction. I haven't used it, um, but I've seen people have luck with that, especially when you're using like Silas. Hex also has the Piercer Faction, so that could work too. But as for my guide, let's take a look at actually some of the top rankings. Uh, this looks like a Piercer Faction build with, they got Salazar, so oh, I'm assuming there's Scarlet Hunts on some of these folks. I gotta go to, yeah, Scarlet Hunt. Um, let's see here. There's that Crystal of Valenus. Honestly, if you're not using Salazar, go Crystal of Valenus because that is one of the best artifacts, which you'd be surprised by. Oh, that was actually murder. Another content creator. But anyways, I'm gonna show you my team and the placement. You want to put. You can choose either side. I'm a left side type of person, so I put Dolores here on this little block, and my Elowen is here facing up. She covers all of these tiles. Her ultimate will cover this middle tile, which is where Arrogance is. Up top, in the top row, I have Zlitu. And the reason I do that is because then she gets the blocking bonus, which I've mentioned in my spotlight of her. You should go check it out. Then down in the bottom left, I believe I have Deimos, because he does much more damage than Wrath and Torodor, of course. And Twin Fiend is in the top left. He allows me to get that, his ultimate puts, he makes it so that all of the Infernal faction launches a massive attack for damage. And middle left is Cetram. He's great for destroying the shield, especially when you have Awakening 1, because then he gives that boost to other allies. So I'll basically describe what I'm doing as it goes on. I'm just going to auto it. I could manual it and make mine better, but you're going to notice that I save up all of my ultimates, except Twin Fiend, because Twin Fiend can get it back up a second time. But as soon as Dolores is ready, I pop Dolores and I pop everyone else. Now, his shield comes up at about 405. You'll notice that in... So we got Dolores back up. Let's see. I think it's 250 something. So you want to be ready as soon as the shield comes up again. 248. Pop everybody, maybe right beforehand anyways. Get through that shield. And lastly, the last shield, which is the hardest shield to get through out of any guild boss, of course. That happens at 140, I want to say. No, 130, that's what it is. So 130, boom, everyone pops. Break that shield and get your damage out. So you can see mine's a burning team. I have many guys that burn. Twin Fiend burns, Zolitu burns, Arrogance burns, Hex burns. I do believe he burns. But anyways, yeah. So overall, Guild Boss is all about getting as much damage out as you can. So I got 26k there, which is actually more than my previous run. But if you're trying to get to that 50,000 range where you get a single attack as 50,000, you're going to need some of the top gear. Like, I know attack wise, so let's take a look here. Zolitu, for example, from here, crit damage. You'll notice that attack is not very high. And the reason being is that crit damage is a massive help in Guild Boss. So if you want to focus damage, crit damage is the way to go. You see, attack 15,000, which is actually, it's less than my attack. So 182 million damage. And we go down to my team. My Zolitu did 57 million. And I have more attack, but 90% less crit damage. I guess my ultimate isn't maxed, and also I don't have, you know, a maxed artifact, but the difference is the crit damage. The defense of the last Guild Boss isn't massive. I don't know if you guys know the damage calculations, but it's attack minus defense and then times crit damage, which is a very simple damage calc. But it's just, the Guild Boss does not have a high defense, so you want to get good attack, but amazing crit damage. That's the goal of Guild Boss. We could take a look at some other folks. 320% crit damage. 423% crit damage. So you see, what, 14,000 attack? That doesn't sound high at all. But then you look at the crit damage. That's ridiculous. So this guy's Hex does 124 million. And Arrogance is up there too. 335% crit damage. But also pretty high attack. Interesting that they're using Void Gazer. I guess because the tiles, that's another thing, is that Void Gazer, the way it works is your hero deals increased damage to enemies beyond a tile from the hero. So for every one tile. And if you notice, when you're placing your heroes against the Guild Boss, you... How do I do this? Oh, I can't show you the map anymore. But if you place your heroes against the Guild Boss, there's a lot of tiles behind him. And so all those tiles add up for Void Gazer. But really, that's it for me. I am not the best at Guild Boss. There's a lot of other guides out there that are good. But this is just kind of like a simplified thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.